Kanchanaburi, Thailand, just 3 hours drive away from Bangkok. Hi, so a quick intro for this tour review. I will cover some details before we dive in. If you want to go right into what Kanchanaburi has to offer, you can skip to this timestamp. So this Kanchanaburi tour is from Klook. It's one of their many choices they do offer, and for my choice is this. It covers the most out of the bunch. They do offer different tour options within this listing, and for this review is the private photonic route. Itinerary for this tour. We meet half an hour before the journey starts at 7:30 AM. It's a 3 hours drive, and no worries, you'll get to nap on the ride. The tour covers Safari Park, the Villagefarmtocafe, Mallika R.E 124, bridge over the River Kwai, and lastly, MEENA Café. Now for lunch, it depends on where your second stop, because sometimes they will swap the second and the third stop, depending on events and whatnot. Not sure whether you can actually request, but for private tour, I'm sure you could. Differences in tours. There's photonic route or historical route. For photonic, I've explained. For historical, this is the itinerary. The main difference between the two is that photonic route has Safari Park. But also there's join-in and private. For join-in, you're essentially part of a tour group. For private, you're the boss. Then you have Alpha Tour, which is a choice of car, which provide these things, I guess. Also, there's additional choice for your photonic route, photos with giraffe. At your first stop, Safari Park. And with that, let's do this. First stop, Safari Park. So we lost the chance to book for the photos with giraffe. So we start our morning with the lion cubs. Here's me with a brave face. Yeah. Now if you opt for the photos with giraffe, I'm not sure whether you can go for this one as well because of the time limit of the tour. So be sure to decide that beforehand. The Safari Tour Ride. This Safari Park is the only open zoo in Kanchanaburi. It's separated in 7 zones, and the first zone, antelopes and deer. FYI, these buses that we are in right now are for visitors to visit the park, provided by the Safari Park themselves. But you can actually do so with your own personal vehicle. But of course, Safari Park is not responsible for any damage while inside the park. Now here's a deer welcoming us. Before you enter the ride, be sure to get food for the animals, especially for the giraffe encounter at the end of the ride. You can feed any animals you want except for the restricted zones, or if you don't want, it's okay. The park do provide food for them, as you can see here, so you can save the food for the giraffe encounter at the end. Now we enter the restricted zones. There are actually 4 restricted zones. Tiger section. This shot is just too good. I have to put it in again. Just, man, look at that. The lion section. These big animals take turns being out here and of course caged inside the enclosure. Like this handsome guy right here. Just compare him with that gate right there. My man is the man's man. Cheetah section. And Black Panther. Well, Panther in general. There's actually a bear section, but we didn't get to see any of bears there, so. And we have come to our main highlight of this Safari Park tour ride. The giraffe encounter. Now the giraffes are a bit shy at first, so we actually feed the zebras first.
Don't be like me here, standing in the way of the driver area, blocking his view and whatnot. Yeah, just stay back from the driver's area, yeah. This is the last stop, so be sure to finish up the food. Feed the giraffe, feed the zebras, feed the other person who's making so much noise. No, I'm just kidding, come on. And if you opt for the photos with giraffe, here's the example. So yeah, you'll be taking your photos here. And we move. Second stop, the Village Farm to Cafe. As I mentioned earlier, you'll be having your lunch at your second stop. There's two choices at this stop itself. The Village Farm to Cafe serves more like Western style dishes. Then you have Kiri Mantra restaurant, which serve Thai style dishes. I would suggest mixing them up. Get your drinks from the Village Farm to Cafe and your food from Kiri Mantra restaurant. Then we explore Thailand's very own Sagano bamboo forest. So if you can't get to Kyoto, you can get it here. Now these lanterns are put up occasionally, so we are very lucky to get them. For a minute you're like in Japan, but in reality you're just 3 hours away from Bangkok. There's more to explore at this area, but unfortunately there's a lot of work being done when we visited. The lavender flower fields were not there for us, sadly. We exceeded our time at this stop, but perks of being in a private tour, we extended. And then we moved. Third stop, Mallika R.E. 124. A retro city reflecting the past Siamese lifestyle. You get to see and explore the traditional side of Thailand. Their kampungs, their traditional food, traditional clothing, even traditional ways of doing stuff. What you see here, you can actually buy from the gift shop just before you exit after the tour. Now, as I mentioned before, if your second stop wasn't swamped like mine, you'll be having your lunch here. But don't expect some pad thai or something. Yours is more traditional. They serve dishes that are hardly found nowadays, or they have already been much modified. I would say this though, if you're Malay or even Southeast Asian, I think you find it a bit similar to our traditional food. Anyway, we wanted more time here to fully explore the place, but we have used up time with the lion cubs and the previous stop. Whatever you do, don't forget to get the coffee from the shop just outside. And there's also a mini museum just above the coffee shop. And we move! Fourth stop, Bridge over the River Kwai, a historical landmark in Thailand. It was part of the railway lines in World War II. This steel bridge has spawned films and books depicting the conflict and bloodshed during the war. Now, I didn't film that much at this point, so thanks to stock footage. And again, we move. Fifth and last stop, MEENA Café. First of all, I'm sorry, I didn't film that much here, but I created animation just to show the surroundings. Well, at least I tried. A newbie style, I guess. MEENA Café is located behind a very famous Thai temple, Wat Tam Swa. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Or better known as Tiger Cave Temple, which you will visit if you go for the historical route. Here are some photo spots. Aside from Safari Park, MEENA Café is a highlight of the tour, and we definitely visit again. There's also a second level, plenty photo spots. Can't really show off everything, so do check out their Instagram, link in description. And yeah, it's a fake background. Let's change that. I'll be back.
Hi, I'm back. So from here, we actually departed at 5:30 and actually reached Bangkok at 8 PM. We were lucky because there's no traffic at all. Now big shout out to our driver and tour guide, Apple. Be sure to tip them if you join this tour, they deserve it. Overall, time is key for this tour. We highly recommend the private tour cause no one is holding you back. That's all for now. Hope you enjoyed the video. Do leave a like, share, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions. This is actually my first travel video and I hope it's not the last. So please do subscribe. Appreciate the support. Hope to see you soon. Bye for now.